Well, hey, it's Grant here, and today I've got a great download for you. I'd love you to have it. It's called the Stinkin Thinkin checklist. Stay tuned, I'm going to talk about it. Well, hey guys, and welcome back to today's Daily Breakthrough. As I said, there is a link in the description below today where you can download a Stinkin Thinkin checklist to make sure that your thoughts are okay. And why would you want to do that? Well, you know, it's your thoughts that turn into your actions and your actions that turn into your results. And I've spoken about that in previous videos, but how do you know that your actions are getting you what you want? How do you know that your thoughts aren't in the way? Well, there's a simple formula that I've been teaching to executives and high-level coaching clients now for years and years. It's called the above the line and below the line principle. I was going to tell you what year I started doing it, but I think it was all the way back in 2008. So this has been around for a long time, and it's been around long before me as well. So what is above the line and below the line thinking? What does it look like, and how can you easily remember it? Well, there's just 6 letters for you to remember, and here they are here. It's O-A-R, which is above the line, and B-E-D, which is below the line. And what does above the line and below the line really look like for you in your life? Well, let's have a look at below the line thinking first. First of all, below the line, the first step is blame. You've probably heard it before. These sort of things are happening in my business. Here's the word you'll hear: because of. Because the economy is no good. Because petrol prices are too high. Because it's winter. Because it's summer. Because it's too hot today. Because it's too cold today. Because this shop shut down the road from me, or this shop opened up. Because of. And blame is the number one reason below the line that will keep you stuck in business and not have that above the line thinking that most successful entrepreneurs and most successful business owners know about and enjoy every single day. What's the second one? Well, the E, you guessed it, it's excuses. Excuses are what grown-ups call reasons. So there's a reason that things didn't happen, but let's face it, guys, it's just excuses. And I heard one this morning from one of my fantastic and fabulous clients who I love very, very much, and I'm not going to name her, but she'll know who it is when I say, oh gee, and she said that she'll laugh when she hears me say that. But the second one is excuses. Now, excuses or reasons, when you hear, you know, oh, well, I'm too busy, or I didn't have time for that, or nobody helps me, or I didn't know about it, or any of those things. An excuse is where there's just quite simply not a plan. And if you don't know how to create a plan, why don't you go ahead and contact me? I've got some great planning tools. I'd love to give you access to them and show you how you can do that very, very easily. So blame and excuses. Now, what's the third one? Well, it's D, denial. La, 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 it's not happening, not to me. I'm the exception to the rule. It's good for everybody else, but it'll never happen to me, and that doesn't suit me, and that's not for my business. You know what? Businesses everywhere all share a really common DNA. There's no difference between your business and the business next door except for what you offer and who you serve. But the DNA of your business remains the same. So living in denial about you needing help and creating some changes in your business is just foolishness. And I don't mind kicking your bum a little bit on that right now. So what about above the line? Oh, by the way, BED, that's where you get to stay in bed, pull the covers up over your head, and pretend that none of this applies to you. But wouldn't you rather have some OAR, where you can grab the oars of the boat, start rowing, and start taking your business in a direction that you really want to go in? And the first one is ownership. This is my problem. This is my business. What I do and say and think creates the future that I want. Ownership. And that's something that most business owners don't have in Australia. And the big problem is that most business owners in Australia have just bought themselves a JOB job. JOB stands for just over broke. And most business owners don't even know how to own a business. In my new business breakthrough program, we're going to talk about all of that, and I'll show you how you can really own your business once and for all. And the second is accountability. And if you're just accountable to yourself and you're making do, you're like a lot of Aussies and saying, Nah, mate, she'll be right. And I don't know what country you're in. Why don't you hit me up in the comments below? Maybe you're in the United States. I get a lot of views from the UK, and I'm starting to get some great views from India, and hello to everybody over there. But what is the she'll be right, which is a very Aussie thing? What's the she'll be right where you live? And it keeps you stuck and helps you to lack accountability. And unless you're accountable to someone, then you're just gonna let yourself put up with anything, and you'll let yourself get the results that you're getting right now, which perhaps aren't enough for you. OAR, responsibility, is the third one. Now, responsibility is more than just paying the bills. Responsibility is you turning up and doing what you said you would do in the first place. It's putting the why over the what. It's making sure that you understand that you should be focused on all of the people that are paying you the money and not just on you. If you're just counting the money and living on what's left over, then you're not being responsible to you. You're not being responsible to your children. You're not being responsible to future generations. You're not being responsible to your customers. You're not being responsible to your competitors. You're not being responsible to the business environment, to your town, to your state, and to your country. And that's the kind of level of responsibility that I look for when I work with clients. If you are not willing to be above the line where you can live in victory instead of being a victim, then there's some stuff you need to learn. And if you'd like to learn more, go to the description go to the link, I should say, in the description below. Sometimes words are hard. And click on it, go to my website, and I'd love to hit you up with some great free resources. There's some webinars coming up that I'd love you to be a part of as well. So if you enjoyed today's video, if you have, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Business Breakthrough.